Hello friends, today you're in for a treat. I'm going to expose a dirty little secret in the world of real estate syndications. You've probably heard a lot of gurus promising you riches, passive income, and financial freedom through syndications.
And lots of money. Play.
Well, the truth is, being an operator of a multifamily deal is far from the glamorous picture that it's painted for you. In this video, I'm gonna pull back the curtain and give you a realistic expectation of what an operator goes through. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be more informed whether or not if a general partner is a fit for your personal goals. So this was a revelation for me when I started investing as a GP. And on top of that, working with Pallas allowed me to meet and learn from those who have done it way longer than I have. The first aspect is that you can do a lot of work before finding a deal and not get compensated for it. There are tasks that come with the job that indirectly affects how you find a deal, like calling and meeting brokers, analyzing multiple deals, and attending networking events to meet other like-minded investors. Relationships are built over time. It doesn't happen in an instant. So for brokers or contacts you met at networking events or conferences, you must nurture and follow up with that contact regularly. You have to be genuine in your follow-up as well, because they can feel if you just need something from them. Commercial real estate is a very relationship-based industry. So if you're an introvert or shy away from crowd, you might have to think twice of becoming a general partner. And for underwriting deals, you have to go through a lot of bad ones to finally get to one that's worth pursuing. A general rule of thumb is you have to underwrite 80 deals to find 10 that is worth putting an offer in. After that, 5 of those offers will be accepted and you'll only win 1. You can go for months doing this and not get paid. The next aspect to consider is that unless the deal is severely under-rented or the market can support a high rent increase, GPs most likely will not get paid during the hold period. Most of the time, operators will get their compensation once they exit the deal, which can be between 3 and 7 years.
Okay, what about the acquisition fee? That's a lot of money.
Yes, but you have to remember, the GP team is comprised of several members. The acquisition fee is split between the members of the team who contributed to the acquisition of the deal. Let's move on to the third aspect. Being a GP demands a lot of time. Here's a positive note on that. It's not your typical 9-to-5 job. You can work 1 hour in a day if you really want to. But what kind of general partner would you be if you only put that amount of time into your business? And there are certain roles in the general partnership team that you have no choice but to put in those long hours. Not to mention those times when you're trying to meet the deadline or to make a phone call in an odd time of the day. Lastly, and arguably the most abused selling point of becoming a GP, is that you get paid a lot of money.
Play.
Now that is in fact a true statement, but there's an asterisk there. Your compensation depends on how much your share is in the general partnership team. Okay, to illustrate this, let's do a quick math. A deal was just sold after a 5-year hold period. Let's say this deal is typical 80-20 split, where 80% goes to the limited partners or passive investors, and 20% goes to the general partners or active investors. After selling the deal, the total profits, including the cash flow for the hold period, is $3.2 million. 20% of that goes to the general partner, which is $640,000. If there are only 3 GPs in this deal, and split equally, then they each get $211,000. Of course, you have to divide that by 5 to get an average of how much they made per year. That number is $42,240. Oh, and don't forget, they also have the fees on top of that as well. That is if all operators have an equal share or about 33% of the general partnership team. Now, what if that one GP only gets 10%? That GP will average $12,800 per year on top of the fees if he or she gets those as well. Compare that with a limited partner who invested $50,000 in this deal and average about 16% annual average return, or $8,000 per year.
Hey Adrian, that GP still got way more than the LP though.
That is true, but how much work did the LP put into this deal? There's definitely a lot more in the job description of becoming an operator. But knowing what you know now and after everything I've mentioned, is it worth stopping what you're doing right now to become a general partner? And just to clarify, I'm not trying to sway you from not investing in multifamily real estate. You can still invest, but maybe just not the way the gurus are telling you to. And to be clear, a lot of people have made fortunes in the multifamily space. It's just that the result isn't automatic once you become an operator. I like to think about it like any pro sport such as basketball, soccer, or tennis. Just because I can pick up a tennis racket, hit a couple balls, and call myself a tennis player doesn't mean I can go toe-to-toe with the pros. It's the same in real estate syndication. Just because I can do what general partners does, or call myself a general partner, doesn't mean I get the same results as every other general partner out there. Because not all professional tennis players are also equally good. Now, if you're still set on becoming a general partner, I would highly recommend investing as a limited partner first. It is an inexpensive way to learn how a syndication deal works. You'll also be able to see the deal in the perspective as a passive investor. That way, when you become a general partner and start raising capital for yourself, you can genuinely share what a great opportunity it is to invest as a limited partner. And like what Zig Ziglar used to say, selling is a transference of feelings. And since you were an LP once and experienced what a life-changing opportunity it can be to invest as a limited partner, you can better transfer that feeling to the prospective LP in the future. So if you want to better understand what are the advantages and disadvantages of investing as a limited partner, watch this video next where I cover just that. And I also debunk a couple of myths surrounding the world of real estate syndication.